Good morning, Libra. Welcome to your reading with Molly the Starkid at Starkidignited. This is going to be a part 1, general spirit messages, and then we'll jump over to part 2 on Patreon for $10 USD a month. I'd love to have you guys over there. This will be a message for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node, and the messages are timeless, as I said, so anytime that you're attracted to watch this video is the right time for you to receive the messages. So in saying that, Libra, let's get into your reading. Wow, okay. So the first card that we get for you is Telepathy. And this is nonverbal communication, energetic pulses, and mind reading. Alrighty. And then your second card that we get is the Return of Aphrodite. So temple, birth of the goddess, guidance, goddess energy, and treating as sacred. She has a very Libran feel to her, that mermaid. Okay, so Libra, I think that you're tapping into your telepathic spiritual gifts more over the next 30 days. You're really able to read nonverbal communication. You could have been someone that grew up who didn't vocalize as much. You might communicate a lot through body language, through gestures, through even just like sending thoughts to people rather than saying everything. You may have like strong ability over these next 30 days, and it's like a spiritual gift that you have and that you're developing to really read different energetic pulses from people, to pick up on things under the surface and to make sense of them. And a lot of mind reading. So again, reading between the lines, seeking to understand, especially if you're like a Libra who's got lots of Scorpio in their chart. This is definitely a part of things that you're learning, learning to really access a lot of that psychic, strong, psychological energy and wisdom, and how to apply it to people's situations. I also feel like with the Return of Aphrodite, it's like a reclamation of your feminine energy, seeing it as sacred, as valuable, redefining how sacred feminine energy is seen and worked with. Obviously, we live in a patriarchal society if you're in Western, I think most of the world, but like especially Western cultures. And so feminine energy is often devalued while masculine energy is overvalued. And whether you're feminine or masculine, both genders, and like I would say like maybe people who are non-binary or who tend to be in that middle space, I think honestly honor feminine energy a little bit more. But a lot of like male and feminine, masculine and feminine presenting people tend to really like overvalue that masculine energy, that ability to like provide for yourself, to go out and achieve things, to do things, and tend to devalue feminine energy, which is loving, caring, receptive, creative, more soft and attracts things to it rather than having to put a lot of energy out. So it feels like you're reclaiming the side of yourself, Libra. You're understanding, especially through telepathy, how you can pull in the things that you need, how you can say so much without having to ask for something, without having to go out and do it, and even just asking the universe for things that you need and then watching as they show up for you, as they come into your path. This also could have to do with love, Libra, because she's making a little love heart. So you might be in a space where you're getting more connected with someone and you're really able to pick up on a lot of their nonverbal communication, to read between the lines. They may be someone that you see as a goddess, or they see you in your goddess energy and really treat you as sacred and special. We'll get more into it, but yeah, it's a powerful like psychic 30 days. And it's interesting because we're coming into Libra season. So especially if you're a Libra rising, all the Virgo energy will be in your 12th house. So the 12th house is where we kind of release, we relax and let go, and new things can come in as we relinquish control and just surrender. Okay, so how are Libra feeling about all of this? Is there any other feeling cards? Okay, so your first card, Libra, that we get, and this is 31 breaking down to a 4, and the Return of Aphrodite is also a 4, and we get emotional overload. So there's been a lot that's going on for you emotionally. You've had to deal with a lot of turbulent circumstances and situations in your life, especially recently. There have been things that this might also be why you're like able to tap in so well to the subtle energies, because you've had a lot of like emotional clearing and cleansing, but at the same time you're feeling overloaded by all the emotional work that you've been doing. With the telepathy card as well, I always like want to like kind of like give the warning, I guess, or I don't know, but a softer way to say that, but you know, to not project too much on other people, to not assume that we know everything that they're thinking, even if we can like read their minds and get like, you know, snippets of what their energy is, to always remember that communication is our best friend. And when we ask somebody honestly and, you know, like with a heartfelt intention, that it allows them to come back to us and give us more insight. So that also might be going on, where it's like if you are in a space where you're really like feeling like you're able to read lots of people's minds or know what other people are thinking, but then it's causing you a lot of emotional overload, to kind of like clear those heavier emotions or those you know, like wondering too much, by just asking a question, opening up the lines of communication. But yeah, I do feel like you're in a very psychic state. You're in a very like in touch with your feminine energy, in touch with your psychic gifts. And that it might sorry, it might be causing a bit of emotional overload for you, because you're taking in so much psychic information, with so many things happening in your like 3D like physical life as well, that you might be needing extra time out to really process all the information that you're getting, all the different insights that you're getting, all the new ways of being and seeing things. And especially with the sea sponge, like the sea sponge is able to like expand and release all the emotions by staying anchored to something. So, sorry guys. So yeah, and just the fact that I keep coughing, you may be like resistant to opening your throat chakra, to speaking honestly about how you feel. And that's going to be really important to stay like, yeah. So again, what I was saying with the sea sponge is to stay anchored, to stay grounded, to make sure that you are releasing some of the pent up emotions, to like find healthy ways to remain grounded, to give your energy to Mother Earth if you know if you're filled with anxiety or too much energy. And then to also like acknowledge if you are holding back what you really want to say, or if you're feeling blocked from speaking your truth or having those open lines of communication. Telepathy is wonderful and it's an awesome gift to have, but it's just also important, as I said before, to communicate openly with those you love, and to let them in, and to allow them to know when, you know, you're needing to be given to, when you're needing to be really honored in your own feminine energy. Yeah, and with this like goddess energy as well, it feels like, you know, you might have like a lot of what is the word? Contact with animals lately, a lot of different familiars, different things that are allowing you to see yourself from a much more divine perspective. And it's helping to shift your energy and maybe to release some of these stuck emotions, because your second emotion card we get is fish, with learning. So it feels like there's a lot of people around you, you know, it's like a school of fish. You're learning a lot about yourself and those around you through like communicating, through being around different kinds of people, new situations. And that might also be allowing you to see yourself from this new perspective, from a more goddess perspective, because you're getting a lot of information from new schools of thought, new circles of people. Okay, so let's see. How are Libra showing up right now? Okay, so we get Ace of Wands. So Spirit is offering you a new desire, a new something that you need to take action on, something that you can move forward with is being offered. Like a wand can also be something quite spiritual, so a new spiritual gift. But you are needing to accept that opportunity to take it from spirit and, you know, make something happen with it. So what is your challenge right now? Okay, so we get the Tower and Judgment. So again, that like more intense energy that I was picking up, there's been something that you were building that's crumbled down, that you know, like spirit has kind of like knocked down the pieces of the Lego. There was something that did not have a stable foundation, that if you continued to build on it, it would have caused more destruction and more upheaval in the future. So it feels like there was something that's been knocked down, a chaotic, unexpected energy. It could have obviously, like with the emotional overload, like it might have felt quite jarring, quite scary to go through, but you are being offered this new thing. So it's like whenever something's taken away or something falls apart, there is new energy that comes in to kind of uplift us and change our perspective. But your other challenge is Judgment. So it's kind of like, yeah, like whatever you were building on that didn't have a stable foundation, spirit was trying to like get your attention to make you realize like, hey, you're here for a purpose, Libra. Like you are a divine energy, you're a goddess incarnated, or a god, you know, like God energy if you're masculine. But even if you're masculine, you have goddess energy in you as well. And to recognize the goddess in other people. But spirit is like kind of calling you to attention, reminding you of your infinite and eternal soul, your innate ability to teach and learn and grow and to do something purposeful with your life. And it feels like having to really recognize what you were building that wasn't serving you, that wasn't working, and to now offer it up and be able to move into a new phase where you're kind of claiming your purpose. You're doing what it is that you came here to do. You're moving in a more sacred way. You're allowing your sacred feminine energy to come through and to be a part of your life, and to be to move through you in your everyday, to no longer build on things that you know aren't the best for you, and rather to move towards something that, like, you know, when the end of your life of this incarnation comes, things that you're going to be proud of, things that like when you're called to judgment, you can proudly say like, you know, I did this, this, and this, and I'm so proud of it. It made me so fulfilled. I'm happy that I chose this path for myself. Okay, so let's see. What advice does Libra's higher self have for this situation? Okay, we get the Six of Wands. So, and you have the one being offered to you. So it's like remembering that, like, one, that you will be successful, that there's a lot of rewards and success coming toward you, but this also comes from your ability to help others. Like I was speaking about this, I think, in the Leo reading, where it's like you know, he's coming in after a victory in battle, but we don't go to battle just for ourselves. Like there are all these townspeople here that like benefit from that victory, and that's why they're all celebrating this person, because they're thankful and they're all sharing in that, like in that win together. So there could be something that, you know, if you were trying to do things all by yourself, your higher self's reminding you that like the most fulfilling victories come when we're championing a cause for not only just ourselves, but our community and the people around us that we love and we share passion with, and we share our spiritual energies with. So what is Leo? Well, what is Libra's higher self advice for them at this time? Okay, cool. So the first card that we get is Let It Go. This situation no longer serves you. Allow me to sever your energetic connections to the past so you can embrace the future. And embrace this magical moment. You are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled. Yeah, allow this like whatever you have learned from this thing not working, and that like call to attention that your soul's gotten, allow all the information and the experience that you've gone through to really help push you towards a new phase in your life where you're more hopeful, where you're optimistic, where you're able to believe that miracles can come in when you speak to the universe and, develop your goddess energy and your psychic gifts in a way that's going to serve you, and to really embrace the unseen and what else could be possible for you. You're learning a lot through this situation, so ensure that you're being gentle on yourself, Libra. And yeah, let's leave it there for today. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. Thank you for all the donations, the likes, the comments, everybody who's booked a personal reading. And I'm going to jump over to Patreon now, and we're going to look at love, career, and money. I'd love to see you guys over there. And if not, until next time, bye guys.